Welcome to Boring Story for Sleep. Tonight, we invite you to journey with us into a world of quiet corridors, soft footsteps, and a mystery that has lingered in silence for over 3 decades. This is the story of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist, the most valuable art theft in history. But this isn't a tale of high-speed chases or dramatic confrontations. Instead, it's a story of hushed galleries, the gentle rustle of canvas, and the enduring stillness of empty frames. As we explore the events of that fateful night and the lives touched by it, let the rhythm of history lull you into a state of restful contemplation. So, settle into a comfortable position, take a deep breath, and allow the past to gently unfold around you. Imagine yourself walking through the serene halls of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. The building, designed to resemble a 15th century Venetian palace, is a testament to Isabella Stewart Gardner's passion for art and architecture. Its courtyard, adorned with Roman mosaics and lush greenery, offers a tranquil escape from the bustling city outside. In the late 1980s, the museum operated with a modest staff and limited resources. Security was minimal, relying on a few guards and outdated surveillance equipment. Among the night watchmen was Rick Barth, a young man with a background in music, who found solace in the quietude of the museum's nocturnal hours. On the evening of March 17, 1990, Boston was alive with St. Patrick's Day celebrations. As the city reveled, the museum stood silent, its treasures resting undisturbed. In the early hours of March 18th, 2 men dressed as police officers approached the museum's side entrance, claiming to investigate a disturbance. They were granted entry by a Barth, who saw no reason to doubt their authority. Once inside, the impostors subdued the guards and proceeded to methodically remove 13 pieces of art, including works by Vermeer and Rembrandt. The thieves spent 81 minutes inside the museum, carefully selecting their haul before disappearing into the night. To this day, the stolen artworks remain missing, their absence marked by empty frames that still hang in silent vigil. As dawn broke over Boston on March 18, 1990, the city slowly stirred from its St. Patrick's Day revelry. Yet, within the walls of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, a different kind of awakening was underway. The discovery of the theft sent ripples through the art world and law enforcement alike. The FBI swiftly assumed control of the case, recognizing the potential for the stolen masterpieces to cross state lines. Special Agent Richard Desloriers, leading the Boston office, would later reveal that the Bureau had high confidence in identifying the thieves and tracing the artist's movement to regions like Connecticut and Philadelphia. Upon entering the museum, investigators were met with a haunting tableau: empty frames hanging askew, remnants of hastily cut canvases, and the lingering silence of violated sanctity. The thieves had been meticulous, leaving behind minimal physical evidence. Notably, the security tapes were missing, and the duct tape and handcuffs used to restrain the guards' potential sources of DNA had inexplicably vanished from FBI custody years later, thwarting hopes of forensic breakthroughs. The guards, Rick Barth and his colleague, recounted the night's events, describing how the impostors, clad in police uniforms, had convinced them of a disturbance call. Their testimonies, while consistent, offered limited leads. The museum's outdated security system and lack of motion detectors in certain areas further complicated the investigation. In a surprising development, surveillance footage from the night before the heist surfaced years later, showing an unidentified man entering the museum and conversing with a guard. This raised questions about a possible reconnaissance mission, but the individual's identity remains unknown. Despite exhaustive efforts, including the search of over 400 locations and interviews with numerous individuals, the trail grew cold. The absence of concrete evidence and the audacity of the crime left investigators grappling with more questions than answers. As the investigation stalled, the museum took an unconventional step, leaving the empty frames on display, a poignant reminder of the missing art and a symbol of hope for their eventual return. As the initial investigation into the Gardner Museum heist reached an impasse, attention turned toward Boston's intricate web of organized crime. The city's underworld, with its history of illicit activities, became a focal point for investigators seeking connections to the audacious theft. One figure who emerged in these inquiries was Carmine Molino, a known associate within Boston's criminal circles. Molino's involvement in various illegal enterprises, including art theft, positioned him as a person of interest. However, despite surveillance and undercover operations, concrete evidence linking him to the stolen artworks remained elusive. Another name that surfaced was Miles Connor Jr., a notorious art thief with a history of museum robberies. Although incarcerated at the time of the Gardner heist, Connor's insights into the criminal underworld provided valuable context. He claimed knowledge of the individuals responsible for the theft, but refrained from disclosing their identities, leaving investigators with tantalizing yet unsubstantiated leads. The selection of artworks stolen during the heist also puzzled experts. Some of the museum's most valuable pieces were left untouched, while others of lesser-known significance were taken. This seemingly arbitrary choice led to speculation about the thieves' motives and knowledge of art. Despite extensive efforts, including international investigations and public appeals, the whereabouts of the stolen masterpieces remain unknown. The empty frames hanging in the museum serve as a poignant reminder of the loss and the enduring mystery that continues to captivate the public imagination. As the years have passed since the 1990 heist at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, the mystery remains unsolved. Despite extensive investigations and numerous leads, the whereabouts of the 13 stolen artworks continue to elude authorities. The museum, steadfast in its commitment to recovering these masterpieces, offers a $10 million reward for information leading to their safe return. The empty frames, still hanging in their original locations, serve as poignant reminders of the loss. Isabella Stewart Gardner's was stipulated that the museum's collection should remain unchanged, a directive that has preserved the scene of the crime as a silent testament to the theft. Over the years, various theories have emerged regarding the fate of the stolen art. Some suggest that the pieces were destroyed to conceal evidence, while others believe they are hidden in private collections or stored away, awaiting a moment to resurface. Despite these speculations, the truth remains elusive. The museum's Director of Security and Chief Investigator, Antonia Moore, remains hopeful. He believes that the artworks will eventually be recovered, emphasizing that their return would restore not only the physical pieces, but also the integrity of the museum's collection. As we reflect on this enduring mystery, the empty frames stand as both a symbol of loss and a beacon of hope. They remind us of the cultural treasures that have been taken and the ongoing efforts to bring them home. As we conclude our exploration of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist, we find ourselves reflecting on a mystery that has endured for over 3 decades. The theft of 13 invaluable artworks in 1990 remains the largest unsolved art heist in history, leaving behind empty frames that continue to captivate and haunt visitors. The museum's decision to leave these frames hanging is not merely a placeholder for the missing pieces, but a poignant symbol of loss and hope. They serve as a constant reminder of the cultural treasures that once graced the walls and the enduring quest to recover them. Despite extensive investigations, numerous theories, and a substantial reward, the whereabouts of the stolen masterpieces remain unknown. Yet, the museum's commitment to preserving its founder's vision and the public's fascination with the case keep the hope alive that one day these works will return to their rightful place. As you rest, let the story of the Gardner heist serve as a gentle reminder of the enduring power of art and the mysteries that continue to inspire wonder and reflection.